What's good, ladies and gents? Welcome to the MKO Pugilism Boxing channel where we talk all things boxing. Do remember to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification every time, put it on all so you get notified as soon as the new content comes out. So, yeah, let's talk about it. So, last night we had a very interesting, very explosive, good fight between Devin the Dream Haney and Ryan Garcia, King Ryan Garcia. And, prior to the fight, there was a lot of erratic behavior. I had predicted that Devin Haney would win this on points. I just thought Devin Haney would just use his boxing brain and just basically outbox Ryan Garcia. I thought Garcia would probably make too many mistakes. Haney would just relax, box, fight his normal fight and win this one by just sort of outsmarting, outboxing Ryan Garcia. And I got it completely wrong because the total opposite happened. And Ryan Garcia, in fact, won this fight on points. And as it started, Ryan Garcia sort of stamped his authority on the fight from the very beginning, from the word go, as I always like to say. As in the first round, Garcia started off quite aggressively, coming forward. He was able to drop Devin Haney with a good left hook, which he's famous for. Everyone knows Ryan Garcia, if nothing else. He has that left hook and he's very quick with it. And Devin Haney fell for it, got dropped with the left hook. So as far as the first round goes, it was an absolute disaster for Devin Haney, because that's the last thing you want to do, is go in there with a puncher. He's got this signature shot of his and you get caught by it, you go down. So the first round for Devin Haney was a bit of a disaster. To Devin Haney's credit, he did kind of rally back. He did get aggressive himself, and in the second half of the round, Devin Haney was able to sort of stick it on Ryan Garcia a little bit and get on his front foot and put pressure on Ryan Garcia. But he was able to sort of push Ryan Garcia back and sort of tip the fight more into his favor. But as far as the beginning, as a round, Devin Haney definitely lost that one. Garcia took it clear with the knockdown. And as we went on in the fight, Devin Haney didn't sort of box his normal fight on the back foot. Devin Haney was very much on the front foot in the next couple of rounds. He was boxing with a confidence. Ryan Garcia was always having his moments where he would sort of wobble Devin Haney sometimes. Devin Haney would also wobble him as the rounds went on. But for me, on my scorecard, from around sort of 2 to about round 6, I felt that Devin Haney took pretty much a clean sweep. There were moments where you could, there were worrying moments in there for Devin Haney, but for me, he was throwing more, landing more, and his work was just a little bit more effective. With Ryan Garcia, there was always that threat because of the punching power, but for me, Ryan Garcia didn't really do enough in those sort of early rounds to take them. So I was in favor of Devin Haney going into the 7th round. I thought Devin Haney pretty much swept from 2 to 6, but then Devin Haney got himself in trouble again, and he fell for the same trap again. Being in Ryan Garcia's wheelhouse, being at close range, and then I think he leaned in or something, and then again got caught with the left hook, and he goes down, and this time, seriously wobbled, and there was a point where he was even, he was holding Ryan Garcia, and he also even held on to the referee. That's how desperate he was to survive. And his legs were barely there. His legs completely turned to rubber, and he was just all over the place and just holding and holding and holding for dear life. To his credit, he managed to survive. He managed to hang on. But I will say this to you, that if it was perhaps another referee, perhaps a Howard Foster or someone like that, who, likes to jump in quickly, Devin Haney could have been stopped right there and then in the 7th round after that knockdown, because he was really badly hurt, and I think there was about 2 minutes left in the round, if I'm not mistaken. In that round, there was a long time to go, and he just held and held and held, and I think some referees, some guys would have just stopped it because he seemed all over the place. But anyway, he survives. He gets through the round by simply clinging to Ryan Garcia, clinging to anything he could cling to just to survive and hold on. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's the same round where Ryan Garcia, because at some point in those mid rounds, Garcia got a point taken off for punching on the break, which I felt was quite harsh, really, to be honest. I don't think he deserved that. So the fight goes on. So that's another knockdown. So to Ryan Garcia once again. And as the fight wears on, there's always that threat from Ryan Garcia. Devin Haney is kind of boxing him aggressively on the front foot and stuff, and but Ryan Garcia is always having his moments. Ryan Garcia is quite relaxed, and you got the sense that Garcia could get rid of him at any point. And just as I was thinking, rounds are going to Haney. Another knockdown by Ryan Garcia right towards the end of it. I think it was the 10th and the 11th round, if I'm not mistaken. So Haney goes down again a couple more times from again the same punch the left took. And after these 3 knockdowns, 4 knockdowns, whatever it was, you could just tell that the writing was on the wall. And the weird thing with Ryan Garcia is that, for me personally, if I'm in a corner, if I'm coaching him, I would have thought Derek James and them would have wanted him to jump on Devin Haney after his knockdowns. But it was interesting because he sort of remained composed, and he seemed to be content just to score the knockdown. But then after he scored the knockdown, he didn't really go after Devin Haney. And even as we got into the final round, where it was clear Devin Haney was badly hurt and Devin Haney had no hope of winning this fight. I mean, it needed to be a knockout or nothing else. Nothing else would do. So in the 12th round, Ryan Garcia pretty much, he just took the round off and just was shaking his legs and wobbling about and dancing. And he was just mugging Devin Haney off. It was just winding him up and showing him that, look, you can't hurt me. I'm mugging you off. I've won the fight. It's so easy for me. I've knocked you down 3 times or whatever. Now this is it. I've won this fight, and I'm just gonna dance. I'm just gonna take the mick. I'm just gonna mug you off now for the last round. And yeah, you could argue it was a Haney round because he's the only one that really threw punches. But yeah, when the scorecards were read, it turned out to be a majority decision for Ryan Garcia. One judge had it a draw, and then I think it was 4 or 5 rounds each on the other judges' scorecards, if I'm not mistaken. And Ryan Garcia, very deserving winner. And to me, in kind of conclusion to this video, I would say that, in my view, one of the biggest mistakes Devin Haney made was that he fought in Ryan Garcia's wheelhouse. He fought at kind of close range. He didn't do what Gervonta Davis did, which is get on your bike, move, try to play counterpuncher, make Ryan Garcia come to you, and then land the counters and throw your punches on the counter. Don't be at close range where Ryan Garcia can hit you and hurt you. And it seemed that even after that first round knockdown, Devin Haney never really learned his lesson, because he spent so much time at close range in the wheelhouse of Ryan Garcia, where Ryan Garcia can do his damage at close range, giving him several opportunities to land that left hook and to hurt him. And that's, for me, probably the tactical mistake that Devin Haney made, was that he spent far too much time in Ryan Garcia's wheelhouse, in Ryan Garcia's close range. And, in a play, he spent so much time in front of Ryan Garcia, where Ryan Garcia could load up and throw and land his power shots. And for me, that was really what cost him the fight. I think Ryan Garcia performed a lot better than what I expected, but I thought Devin Haney was quite poor, as his promoter Eddie Hearn said, because you'd think, if once you've been hurt, you've been knocked down or something, you get on your bike and you make that adjustment, you adjust to what's happened. So you've been hurt, so that shows you that you can't play with this guy on the inside. So what you do is stay on the outside and you outbox him. You don't engage with him at close range, because his punching power is on another level to yours. So yeah, that was what I thought. But at the end of the day, regardless of what Devin Haney did wrong, we've got to give credit to Ryan Garcia. Very, very good performance by him. And let me know what you thought about this fight in the comment section below. And until next time, it's MKO Pugilism, over and out. Catch you next time.